Zahi Hawass. How are you?
Start the interview because I have no time.
Okay, first of all, how are you?
Without how are you, go to the point.
Okay, obviously you do not need any introductions because you are the world's most famous and renowned Egyptologist and archaeologist. I am Judy Al-Sharqawi. It is my distinct honor to have you here with me in the second episode of Judy Asks the Boss. You are Dr. Zahi Hawass, a true icon, a true legend, a guiding light in the world of archaeology, a figure who has left an indelible mark on the world and continues to inspire millions of people every day. I'm going to cut to the chase because I know you're very busy. Can you tell me who Zahi Hawass the human is, separate from his well-known identity as an archaeologist?
I'm an ordinary Egyptian, modest, and I like to talk to people, and I love people, and people love me, and this is very important to me.
Of course. Okay, starting with the first part, childhood. Can you talk to me about your childhood? Did you have a happy childhood?
Yes, I'm from a small village. I'm the son of the family, and my father and my mother loved me, and my father was a farmer, but he insisted not to put my hand on the water. He did not want me to be a farmer. And I used to see movies all the time when I was young, and go to movie theaters and buy books, adventures books, and play soccer, and make many plays in the village. And I finished high school at the age of 13, and I went to university at 15 and a half.
That's great. And can you share a funny moment from your childhood?
The people in the village were very poor.
Hmm.
And each man who had a garden full of mango and things like that.
Yeah.
And we decided to make like Arsène Lupin, to go out in the garden of this rich man, take the mango and give it to the.
Yes, that's very nice and really nice story. And who were your role models or inspirations when you were growing up?
A teacher in my village is Muhammad Shatta, who really the one who taught me in everything, geography, mathematics, history, and he was a wonderful man. And my father, because of his advice, saved me all the time. He said, don't put your hand in the water, and don't put your finger under the teeth of anyone. And this really need to be strong.
And moving on to the second part, school life. In general, how would you describe your school experience?
I was not a good student. All the time from secondary school, I used just to pass because I was playing and I was really having good time. When I joined the university, I did not like archaeology, and I used to go every year with two material, and I finished with low level. I was not a good student at all. I was really a bad student, but I got a job that everyone can. If you are stupid, you can take it. If you're smart, you can take it, because the government used to give a job to everyone who graduated from high school. And I got this job. And I decided I did not like the people in the antiquities department. And I decided to leave, to be a diplomat. I failed to be a diplomat. I came back to antiquities, and I found the head of antiquities. He said, I signed a decree for you to go to do this excavation. Then actually, I told him, no, I'm not going to the desert. He said, if you do not go, I will cut 15 days of your salary. I had to take my bag and go to this excavation. I was really miserable. And one day they found a tomb, and they asked me to come to excavate the tomb. The head of the workmen gave me a brush to clean. In the middle of the tomb, there was a statue. And that statue of Aphrodite. I began to clean the statue, and I said, inside me, I found my love. I had passion for archaeology. I found myself that I'm stupid, I know nothing, Then I went to Cairo University and I got a diploma in archaeology. And I had a Fulbright fellowship. I stayed in America for 7 years. The 7 years in America, it changed my life. Then the passion made me to study more and to be a good scholar in the field of Egyptology. And that's really what made me passion.
Okay. And moving on to the third part, it's university life. How was Dr. Zahi Hawass different in university than in school?
All the time, I was a playboy. I did not study in the school at all. I did not study in the university. I want to go to time. I play soccer. I was a bad student.
You didn't change in university at all.
Life, it changed when I finished the college, and I, for the first time, I discovered that statue. The statue, when I found it, I said, I found my love. Archaeology. And this was passion. That life made me to study again.
Passion is the key to everything.
Exactly.
And, yes. And in university, did you expect that one day you will be the most famous Egyptologist and archaeologist?
At all. I expect that when I had a dream, when I had passion for archaeology, I began to dream. And my dream was to be one of the best Egyptologists, because in that time when I used to go to a bookstore, I only see all the books by foreigners. When I open a TV, I see only foreigners talking about archaeology. And this really made me write now 60 books at least, and also to do all these TV shows all over. And this was very important for me. I said we need to be good in archaeology, because this is our field, not to let only the foreigners to be the best in archaeology.
Yes. So after graduating, what was the first salary that you received and what did you do with it?
The first salary was 17 pounds a month, and I was staying in a site called Tuna Gabal. I invited some friends, and I bought for them pigeon, and I made them a lunch for pigeon.
That's very nice. Okay, moving on to the fourth part, family life. Can you describe your relationship that you had with your parents?
Oh, no, my father, I loved him, and he died when I was 13 years old. But my mom raised us, and she took care of our children, and we built a new house, and we had our father left for us fund and lands enough to raise us. But my mother died, and she had a stroke. But when she had a stroke, she did not remember anyone except me. When I go and I see her, she will remember me.
And what's a big fight? Do you remember a big fight that you had with your parents that you realized later on, I made a big fuss about nothing?
A fight with my parents because I used to play all the time, and they were unhappy with that. And they used to fight me. Every day I go back and I play soccer, do things like that.
And is there a particular lesson or value that your parents instilled in you that you take with you and still use to this day?
Best value is the advice of my father. Do not put your finger under the teeth of anyone. Me, take a bribe from anyone. You never take a gift from anyone. And that really saved me. The 2011 revolution, and until today, this advice made me to be honest, to be strong, to be important. Some people think, some people behind my, no, what's behind my power is the advice, father.
The final part, general life questions. When you became an archaeologist, how did your perspective in life change?
It changed because I dedicated myself to archaeology, excavate, making major discoveries, the Valley of the Golden Mummies, the tombs of the pyramid builders, a new pyramid, excavating in Luxor, search for Nefertiti. All of these major things made me to live in excavating, making discoveries, writing books, and giving lectures all over the world.
They made you who you are today.
Exactly.
If you were to choose one ancient piece to represent you, what would it be and why?
You know, I don't really see any, but I love the statue of Kefren, the builder of the second.
Yeah.
Statue is really unique. If you look at it, you can see that the sculptor put the royal blood in the statue. And also, you can see that the hawk in the top of the head is flying with him to the sky. This is my favorite piece in archaeology.
And what is the biggest regret that you have in life?
I never regret anything. Always I dreamed of something. God made all my dream true.
And
And happy with that.
what would you tell people who regret the things that they've done?
I don't know. I mean, people who I always think before I make any decisions in my life. So it made me to make all my dreams to be true. And this is what made me, as a serious man in my field, to go to the top of this field. And this makes me happy.
Did Dr. Zahi Hawass achieve all of his dreams or not yet?
I did achieve all my dreams. One thing, I'm searching for the tomb of Queen Nefertiti, and I hope to find this tomb.
Inshallah, you will.
Thank you.
And no, I'm not done. Do you think life was better before you became famous or now?
No, to be famous is not good, because you cannot have any private life. You cannot have anything. People always look at you. In my life, before I became famous.
Okay. And if you were to go back in time to a specific day, what would it be and what would you change about it?
No, I would like to go to be a child in the village, playing and reading and doing all these kind of things. That was the best moments in my life.
Yeah, your childhood. And
the moment when you discover something, it's also a good moment in my life.
Of course. And who was the weirdest person you ever met?
There was a guy in Antiquities. He was so bad. He fought me all his life, and he tried to destroy me. And I became the head of Antiquities. I made a party, and I invited him. I honored him. And I told him, I am honoring you. He said, why? I said, because of you, I became Zahi Hawass. If you did not attack me, if you don't want to destroy me, I will never be Zahi Hawass. And I really think that this person damaged himself more than he tried to damage me.
Yes. And are you a perfectionist? Like you pay attention to details and you like to do things in a perfect manner?
Everything in my life should be perfect. I do every work in perfect. Yeah. Everything in life, I do it perfect.
Okay. What's a truth that you learned the hard way?
Is to be successful, you need to work hard. To be successful is not easy. To be successful is to work and work and work and do your work perfect. Without that, you will never be successful. Success is not easy, by the way. To have fame outside it is not easy. But to do that, passion, I think, did that.
Two last questions. I know you're very busy. So I saw your post in summer where you released your Netflix series, The Unknown, and I read a comment that criticized you for doing a Netflix documentary because you criticized Netflix before for the Cleopatra documentary. How do you respond to these criticisms?
I believe, for any foreign outside, they have nothing personal against a country at all. Felix is a network that can show things bad about us and things good about us.
Yeah.
The film was successful.
Yeah, it was very nice.
It was very successful, and therefore it's better. The Cleopatra film was finished. No one really saw it. But The Unknown film seen by everyone.
Yeah. Okay. If you were to summarize your life in 3 words or a sentence, what would you say?
My life is hard, hard, hard work, perfect, perfect discoveries made me Zahi Hawass.
Wait, I want to thank you. What
I gave you lots of time. What else?
No, I just want to thank you for this raw, unfiltered, and genuine interview, and thank you for giving me this one-of-a-kind opportunity. You are extremely humble, and I hope to see you in real life.
Okay, thank you.